Hello friends, welcome to CareerPlot. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the on-page content strategy. Now, before we jump into on-page content strategy, let me define you what on-page content strategy is. So there are two types of page content which we talk about and which we'll discuss in the lectures. One is on-page and the off-page. On-page is the pages which you are controlling, which are there on your website, which is under completely your development and your control. Off-page is where the pages or the any web page which is beyond your control, which is like third-party page, which can be forum, which can be any other website, third-party website. Anything which is beyond your control is off-page, but it still has to be a web page. The on-page is under your control and your website only, right? So one of the best things to start with before building an on-page content strategy is to know what you are going to do with it, right? So every page has to contain content. It has to contain some article, it has to contain some English words, it has to contain something so that people can read. And this is why web pages are built for. Or people have to watch videos, or people have to listen to music, but something has to be there as content. A content has been classified into three categories called text, audio, or video. You need to make sure that you have relevant content available. To publish that content, first make sure that you do enough research on the keywords you're going to use. So for keyword research, there is a keyword tool, many keyword tools available actually, but one of the best tools you can use for free is Google Keyword Planner tool. But you have to use the tool to find the most relevant keywords which you are going to use on your page. To find the most relevant keywords, you need to understand the concept of the page. For example, let's say if I'm going to write an article about digital marketing, I need to make sure that digital marketing is used as a keyword in my system. I need to avoid the long tail keywords. Now, long tail keywords can be the very specific or niche keywords. For example, if you're going to look for furniture or are going to write about furniture as a product, so you can use furniture as a word, which is a very important but very competitive keyword, and a lot of people write furniture in their articles. So you can write called antique furniture. Now, antique furniture is a bit niche, so only people who are looking for antique furniture will come to your website, but it goes into a niche domain. Now, a good long tail keyword can be Greek antique furniture. Now, the people who are looking for Greek antique furniture will be very, very less, and generally people who are looking for it are very close to purchasing or very close to buying your product or any product in that segment, right? So that means if you're using long tail keywords only on your page, you are restricting your chances to appear in the first 10 links until there are consumers looking for those specific searches. So if we use an example of Greek antique furniture, unless a consumer searches Greek antique furniture, he will not be able to get to your page. But if you're using only furniture or antique furniture and words around sofa, chair, then there is a competitive word happening, but there is a chance that there is a higher relevance happening. A lot of visibility can happen in front of a lot of people, depending on how the relevance of the whole page is going in. So keyword research is very, very important to write, to do a search before writing your content on your web pages. Once you have done your keyword research, you need to organize your content on a web page. So on that particular page where you're writing content, it can be your article or it can be your home page. But you design that content in such a way that you're considering all the H1 to H4 tags minimum. We discussed H1 to H3 tags in the previous lecture. Now you have to make sure that there are appropriate titles, appropriate description, enough description so that it makes sense, which is generally 200-300 characters. Then you have to use open graph configurations. Open graph configurations are given by Facebook generally with an open graph API, which means like your author name or any other information can be given on the page. a lot of title, image. When you mention Open Graph tag as OG tag on the website, Facebook can discover it automatically. And a lot of websites now can understand Open Graph APIs, and they use Open Graph calls or Open Graph tags into the page to discover and automatically populate that information. Use appropriate meta tags. Now, meta tag has been in discussion for quite some time, that whether Google or whether any search engine uses meta tags or not. But meta tags are still relevant in certain contexts. That, for example, if you use meta tag for keywords, make sure that you do not stuff all the keywords into meta tag. Just use 4 or 5 keywords which are important for your page. Use meta description, meta title, but yes, meta tags are not that important. So even if you miss them, it's okay, but it doesn't harm. It has no harm to if you put them on the website. It actually can add benefit. It cannot take away anything from you. Now, make sure that you give keywords also in images and videos. There's a tag for videos and images, and for that tag there is a property which is called alt, A-L-T, or alternate. It can take a string, it can take any phrase. So make sure your keywords are there in the image search. A lot of people use image searches, and in those image searches or video searches, your keywords can appear and your content can still be there. Make sure focus keyword is also available in content. Now, focus keyword is defined as the most important keyword on that page, where you want the focus to be. So focus keyword can be defined as, for example, if the consumer is searching for marketing, then marketing is the focus keyword and should be given as early as possible in the content, maybe in the H1 tag or maybe in one of the paragraphs. Then focus keyword has to appear, can be a digital marketing, it has to appear in the top or in the first paragraph itself. Once the focus keyword is given, make sure you have given outlinks or other reference links. As you build references or you refer other websites, you are actually increasing authenticity. Again, there has to be a judiciously done activity, which means that if you give outlinks, you do not give too many outlinks. Outlinks are the links to third-party websites or the websites which are not done or maintained by you, basically under the same name or under the same domain. So it can be a subdomain too. Now, when you give outlinks, give 2 or 3 or 4 outlinks, not more than that, because then it can kill your whole page until you have a page structured in such a way that it can go and accommodate more outlinks. Then do structured data, which means provide author information or any other information according to Google specifications, and highlighters according to Google specifications if you're writing articles. We'll cover them in detail when you discuss Google Webmaster Console on that part. And again, avoid using stop words in your URL slug. Once you have done the content structure and content hierarchy, then you look at content quality. Now, content quality is a very subjective word. As a digital marketing professional, you will be writing a lot of articles. You will be writing a lot of content yourself, because marketing professionals are supposed to write content. So make sure that you're writing content for readers, not for media to read, or not for press releases for that purpose. Because press releases are structured in a bad way. They are supposed to announce information. But if you are making content very personal, you are using the words like you and we and writing the information as personalized information, then readers will be more interested to read it. So write it for readers and not for press releases. Publish content regularly. Do not publish only once a month or once in 2 months, because then your site is not having enough age and enough content to be published, and the relevance is lost because the age is growing much faster than the relevance. So make sure that you're publishing regularly. If you're a content website or if you're a news and media website, you have to publish at least once a day or maybe multiple times a day. But if you're a business website or a B2B website, make sure you publish blogs once a week or once in 2 weeks, but at least publish something regularly, completely. Do publish legitimate and credible content. Do not publish copy-paste content. Publish original content, publish very authentic content to make sure that your readers are coming back. It is legitimate, is again subjective, that you have done your own research, you have written nicely and genuinely, you have optimized the images and video into the system, into the article, and written, arranged it nicely. For example, you give an image and write content in some other format or some other way, it doesn't work. So make sure that the whole content is organized nicely in an article. Do not repeat or stuff keywords into an article. So for example, if I'm going to write an article about marketing or digital marketing, if I repeat digital marketing 30 times, 50 times, or an article, every line contains digital marketing once, it doesn't help. It can actually add negative effect, that I'm trying to game the system. I'm trying to game Google engine, which doesn't help. So make sure that you're writing an article naturally, or content naturally, so that it is readable by humans, and do not worry about Google search engine. Google actually is very intelligent on that part to figure out what is relevant, what is legitimate, and what is credible. Fourth, you have to take care of vertical search. So as we mentioned about images and videos containing alt text and some information, make sure that your information is provided, because vertical search engines are typically image search engines, video search engines, news search engines. Now Google, if you look at the Google searches, they classify Google search into image, news, videos, apps, and everything, and they have categories, and these are vertical searches. So horizontal search is when you search blindly on web. So when you say search marketing, so Google will go and search the whole internet, and it will give you some option of some articles, it will give you option of images, it will give you option of videos. But then you can say only images, and under images also you can filter only this color images or something else. So make sure that all your images are having alt text, having some information provided about the content, so that it comes up relevant. Image can be shown up front, right? Use location data a lot, because location helps in images, because people are searching US versus India versus maybe city structures. Again, follow good URL structures. Make sure your image names are good. They are not like a001.jpg, but they are proper names like digitalmarketing.jpg, having a good URL structure, let's say careerplot.com/image/image.jpg, but not very long URLs again. One of the most important points in content is landing pages. Now, landing pages are classified as where the user lands up directly after searching. So let's say if you search for digital marketing and you got one link in the Google search result and you clicked on that page, whatever link you click on, a page will open up, and that page is classified as your landing page. Now, landing page is just another web page which qualifies for all the content strategies and the content hierarchy which we have discussed along with the quality. But make sure that landing page is provided for every search result if you are product companies. So every product having a landing page will actually enhance your chances. Every landing page should have some kind of a form or some kind of a action for a user to for the user, that he can actually interact with your website. So in that case, that if you have a form, let's say name and email and phone number to be submitted for that landing page for an inquiry, it will be good, because the conversion chances for that user are much higher. Instead, that if you don't have any form and just the information, there is a chance that user will close the window and go off. So encourage user to take a desired action, and generally do not give too many links around the landing page, because you want the focus of the user onto the action he has taken. So if a user is searching for a particular product, let's say digital marketing again as a course, and he lands up on a landing page, you do not want him to be deviated to other courses, because if he gets deviated, then he will be actually thinking a lot about other things also, and he might not buy anything. So make sure that you do not give too many links. At the max, to be a link to home and to some of the other things around like blog and all, or informative information, but nothing else around. Before publishing, before hitting the publish button of your page, to measure certain things. One, check for plagiarism. Now there are loads of tools available on internet to check plagiarism. One of the things which we recommend is copyscape.com, and just make sure you put all the content into one of the text boxes, hit the check button, and you get a report of how much content is plagiarized, whether it is 50% or 60%. Everything, if it is 80% green, I think you are good to go, because some lines do collide with the plagiarism checks. Make sure you review your SEO strategy with a tool called Yoast SEO if you're using WordPress websites. This works only with WordPress. There are other SEO tools which you can integrate with your websites, but make sure that you are testing your SEO ranking, SEO optimization, and SEO estimates that your website is good to go or not good to go. Fix all the broken links. If Google is indicating, or if Google Webmaster has indicated that there are broken links on this page, or Yoast SEO tool or any tool is giving that there are broken links, make sure either you remove the broken links or fix the broken links. Make sure you check the website on multiple browsers and on mobile phone and on desktop at least, right? So a website or a web page which is working on Firefox and Chrome has to work with IE, until you don't care about IE because your consumers are not using IE. Make sure that your website is also optimized for mobile phones, because statistically, again, 70% of people are now searching on mobile phones and having the first impression on mobile phone, then they move to desktop. Now, once we cover all this strategies, in this session we have learned all about keyword research. We have learned about how to organize content in a page. We have learned about maintaining content quality and how to manage the vertical search. We have talked and learned about landing pages also, and measuring and checking how the page is ready to be published or not. And our on-page content strategy is good to go, and we can publish the page now. Thank you.